Yeah. So you didn't cry at the funeral. You cried 3 weeks later in a parking lot because a stranger let you merge into traffic and said no worries in a voice that was too kind for a random Tuesday. You sat there gripping the wheel, confused at yourself, wondering what is actually wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you. That's not oversensitivity. That's a nervous system that processes the world faster than most people's, and once you understand exactly how it works, you'll never see your own tears the same way again. Here are 7 signs you're one of the people who cry easily, and why it was never the flaw everyone told you it was. The first sign is that it's never the big, obvious moments that get you. A eulogy can leave you dry-eyed and composed, holding it together for everyone else in the room, running on autopilot because that's what the moment seems to require. But a cashier remembering their order, or a coworker quietly covering for their mistake without making it a thing, can undo them completely in under 10 seconds. It isn't about the size of the event. It's about the size of the kindness or unfairness packed inside it. And their body reads that instantly, before their mind has even caught up with what actually happened. The second sign, and this is the one almost nobody explains, right, is that crying easily has nothing to do with being fragile. It's actually a processing speed. Some nervous systems scan a room, a tone of voice, a shift in someone's face, and register the emotional truth of it in a fraction of a second. Most people call this being too sensitive. What it actually is a faster read. They're not overreacting to what's happening. They're reacting on time to something everyone else is going to catch up to 2 minutes later, once the moment's already passed and it's safe to feel it. The third sign is the one they rarely say out loud. When they're angry, they don't yell. They cry, furious and crying at the same time, which makes the anger feel invalid even to them, like their own body betrayed the point they were trying to make. They'll be mid-argument, completely justified, voice steady in their head, and their eyes will fill anyway. So they stop talking. They leave the room or go quiet mid-sentence, not because they've lost the argument, but because their face is doing something their words never agreed to, and now the conversation is about the tears instead of the point. The fourth sign is almost the opposite of what you'd expect, and it catches people off guard every time. It's not just pain that gets them, it's being seen doing well. Someone says, "I'm proud of you," and means it. Or a parent notices an effort nobody else clocked, and their throat closes before they can even respond with a simple thank you. It feels backwards to cry at good news, so they laugh it off or change the subject fast, because being witnessed in a moment of pride is somehow just as disarming as being witnessed in a moment of pain. The fifth sign shows up in the body before it shows up in the tears. Dr. Stephen Porges at the University of North Carolina studies something called Polyvagal Theory, which is really just the science of how your nervous system decides, in real time, whether you're safe. For people who cry easily, that internal alarm system is tuned high. It picks up threat, tension, or tenderness faster than it can be filtered, and tears aren't really about sadness at all. They're a release valve, the fastest way the body has to discharge something it registered before the mind had even given it permission. The sixth sign is what it costs them around other people. Someone tells them to toughen up or asks why they're taking it so personally. And now, there are 2 things happening at once: the original feeling and the shame of having a feeling in front of someone who wasn't ready to witness it. They start apologizing mid-cry, actually saying sorry while still crying, as if their own eyes owe someone an explanation. Over time, some of them just stop letting people see it at all and go cry in bathrooms, in cars, in the 15 seconds between hanging up the phone and walking back into the room like nothing happened. The 7th sign is the quiet one, and it's the reason all of this matters. The same wiring that makes them cry at small kindnesses is the exact same wiring that makes them the first to notice when someone else is struggling before that person has said a word. They clock the shift in a friend's voice on the phone. They know something's off before anyone explains why. It's not a leak in an otherwise strong system. It's the system working exactly as built, just aimed at a world that mostly asks people to feel less, not more. If any of this sounded like you, it was never too much. It was accurate and it was early. Tell me the moment that actually gets you, the one nobody would guess from the outside just by looking at you. And if this is the first time someone put words to it, stick around because that's the whole point of this channel.